Hi guys, Gareth here from True Spiritual Awakening. This is just another follow-up video on the Parabrahman shift. I've made two videos prior to this one. If you have not watched them, I recommend just going back and watching them ones first. I'll put a link below. This is the third one. So this is it's been a little bit over 4 weeks since the shift, and I just want to just kind of explain what's happening, how it's unfolding. Is it staying a concrete realization? Are them energies still flowing? Am I still feeling them the way I did when it first came in? So it's just been a little bit over 4 weeks, and basically, I'm going to give a kind of an overlay of the whole awakening from the very first stage, which was just shy of 6 years ago. Um, and the very first video I made was called Waking Up from the Dream. And in this video, I talk about the very first spiritual awakening I had in a gym one morning. Um, and basically, there was a realization that everything was going on inside of my consciousness. All the music, all the voices, the weights, people, everything I was experiencing, everything I was hearing, uh, was not outside, it was inside of my consciousness. And when I had this realization, there was a this kind of a tear, like Velcro or almost like polystyrene snapping. And as soon as that snapped, it was like this rush of reality uh, came in. And the only way I could describe it was a lucid dream, like exactly like a lucid dream, but it was a lucid dream in this waking reality. And what woke up was this supreme being, okay, and that supreme being woke up from the dream in me. So all of a sudden, he's looking out through my eyes, okay, and he knows that all of this is his creation, that everything that he's looking at is him. He knows that he had dreamt himself and forgotten and got caught up in all this dream, and had been veiled by this illusion, this Maya, that's all around. And all of this supreme knowledge just flooded into the system. And there was tears, there was, this shock, this shock, um, and basically the the this realization opened right up for a number of minutes. 5, 10 minutes, and then obviously my nervous system couldn't hold it, couldn't maintain it, and it closed down, and I was left in self-realization. There was self-realization. Fear had left. There was a sense of this kind of peace. It was kind of in behind me. So I had realized the self, the God realization that at the time when it happened, I didn't know what it was, but later I've come to realize that the very first awakening, it was a taste of God realization. That's what had happened, but it had closed down. The aperture of the camera had closed, um, and the supreme being had receded back to wherever he had come from. So basically, then from 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 what I know now, I basically took off from where I left off in previous lives, and I spoke about some previous lives. I was shown three previous lives, and I was enlightened in the in or to some degree awake or enlightened in the previous lives. And what seemed to happen was I seemed to have taken up where I had left off at this awakening. So I got a glimpse of the end game from right from the get go. Then it closed. Then I was just left in self realization and kind of in and out of God consciousness. God consciousness is different from God realization. So, um, so then I had to literally go through the whole process from the start, from self realization into God consciousness, into unity, into Sahaja Samadhi, into Brahman, and then eventually Para Brahman and God realization. And from that time, it took about six years, just shy of 6 years, for all this to unfold. For maybe a year and a half, 2 years, I didn't really, just as the initial awakening happened, I didn't really do anything with it. I was happy just sitting on the sofa and enjoying this new sense of the self and nothing, having nothing to do and no agenda. And but eventually I kind of moved away and started looking and realizing that there was more to this, and it started to unfold and unfold and unfold. So basically, 6 years ago, we got a glimpse of the end game, the God realization. We then started back at the very first level, and it took 6 years to get back around to the full God realization. So, what is happening in God realization? So, the energy. So, it basically feels like there is a beam of white light, this, the same size as my head, just going straight up. And it almost feels like it's this conduit that's somehow there's energy moving, if downwards, mainly coming into my system, and it's there all the time. It wakes me up in the middle of the night. I'm exercising, it's flowing in while I'm exercising. I'm walking, it's coming in. I'm doing sessions with people, it's coming in. It's just flowing constantly. I I can turn it off, but I choose not to because it's very enjoyable. I like it there. I feel it feels like it's this direct connection to to me. This so basically, there's the supreme being, okay, and the supreme being wakes up or descends down into the being that's in creation, and it's now using this being as a dynamic channel. So there's a channel, there's a conduit for this being now to manifest through this body into this world and bring in the forces, the God forces, the the Shakti, the Sat force, um, the pure divinity, and basically that's on all the time. I can't not. Uh, so all during the awakening. The kind of mode you want to be in is you want to keep yourself in a sattvic environment. You want to be meditating to keep all that sattvic energy flowing. You're doing your mantras, you're doing stuff, you're staying away from shopping malls or busy places where people's energy is, you're kind of just you're trying to cultivate this sattvic environment in your system. And at this stage of this merger or this God realization, I mean, I can do anything. I can do absolutely anything. I can go into busy places. I can be around all walks of people, uh, and it just keeps coming. And it's almost like I have these. So even now, I'm closing my eyes, and it's like just coming in. It's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in. And the realization is that everything, and I mean, this is not just something that has opened up and closed down and you have a memory of. This is it all the time. So everything is going on within what I am, my consciousness. Everyone I deal with is me. It's me. Uh, the good, the bad, it's all me. It's all me I am the experiencer. I am the Divine Mother who is creating this play of consciousness that's manifesting in front of me. I'm also the enjoyer. I'm the space in which it's all happening. I am the other individuals who are manifesting in front of me. I mean, and it's almost like the interactions, everything that's going on, the interactions, the it's all just me. Everything is me. I am the force that's sustaining all of this. I am the Brahman that gives the energy or the dynamic drive for all of this creation to happen. I am also that. Um, it's like everything is just, and I have the realization that I'm all of these things, all at play, all at once. It's all going on inside of my consciousness, um, and everything is necessary. Everything, every interaction I have, everything is like it's just this play that's happening, and it's almost like someone gives you good news. It's like, meh, okay, great. Someone gives you bad news. It's like, meh, no problem. It's you're undisturbed, absolutely zero. Um, uh, you're the same with good and bad news alike. It's just okay. People, and it's almost like when you interact with someone, it's like, oh, it's just me interacting with me. And one of the things that I've noticed is that I understand what's happening in every interaction. I can feel the forces of Prakriti, which is the three gunas when people are talking to me. I know what's moving them. Even when they're speaking to me, when they're saying one thing to me, I can feel what's moving it, what the force is, what's behind it. Um, and it's just like this, it's just everything I do is just like, okay, fine. Um, and I know that it just has to play out for that person the way it is, and that's what's happening. So this realization is there all the time. It just won't switch off. It's happening when I'm exercising. It's happening when I'm bringing the kids to school, standing in the in, in the rain with the kids, waiting for them to go into school. It's there all the time. There's energy just coming in, flowing out. It's just this absolute uh, uh, magic happening. It really is magical. Um, so I'm going to leave it at that. I've gone on for 13 minutes. Uh, Yeah, I'm going to use this just as a follow up, number three to if you haven't watched the other ones, do go back and watch the part one and part two. This is part three. I probably do another. This is now unfolding. There's this a new process that's obviously going to unfold, and I'll keep making videos as it's happening. So thank you very much for watching this video. Um, Please like and subscribe. That also really helps me make new content and put it up. And yeah, so thank you so much. Bye bye.